All right. Hi, guys. Welcome to Black Swan Yoga Live. My name is Brooke, and today we're going to be doing a 45-minute flow. It's designed for all levels, so take what you want, leave what you don't. As I always say, whatever you feel like doing today, just do that. Today's focus is going to be on our shoulders. So in this time, we might feel like we literally have the weight of the world on our shoulders. So what we're going to do today is just create space, maybe help us to feel a little bit lighter in our upper bodies. So we're going to go ahead and begin, starting with some breathing exercises just to get our breath warmed up. So just find a nice seated position. Start to close your eyes if they're not already. Just start to deepen your breath, noticing your inhales, noticing your exhales, noticing your surroundings. And then taking your time to just bring everything onto your mat. For this next 45 minutes, it's just for you to solely focus on whatever you need. So take an inhale and sit up just a little bit taller. Try to imagine that there's a string that's attached to the top of your head. And as you inhale, someone's pulling that string and your head gets a little bit closer to the ceiling. As you exhale, let go of anything that you don't need, something that you're holding on to that no longer serves you. Take a deep breath in through the nose, sit up tall. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Inhale, fill all the way up. Breathe in all that is good. Open mouth, exhale. Exhale all that is bad. On your next breath in, reach your hands up to the ceiling. Stretch as far as you can. Exhale, twist to the left, taking your hand on top of your knee, your left hand straight behind you. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, twist and start to look over your left shoulder. With every breath in, go up a little bit taller. With every exhale, twist just a little bit deeper. On your next inhale, coming all the way back up to center. Exhale, twist to the right. Hand to your knee. Right hand just behind your low back. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, twist, look over your right shoulder. Remember to lengthen as you inhale. Deepen as you exhale. Coming back to center on your next breath in. Lift your arms up. Exhale one more time to the left. One breath in, exhale, twist. Inhale, back to center, fill all the way up. Exhale to the right, sit up tall. Exhale, twist. Inhale, come to center, lift your hands up, interlace your fingers, and press your palms up to the ceiling. Exhale, start to lean forward, reach out in front of you. Your hands can unlace and reach your hands out in front of you. Let you feel some pulls through your shoulder blades. Press your chest down towards the floor. Maybe your forehead touches your mat. As you inhale, come up to all fours, tabletop position. So shoulders right over your wrists, hips right over your knees. Inhale, dip your stomach, lift your gaze for cow pose. Exhale, push down into your mat, round through your back, push up for cat. Inhale, lift your tailbone high, dip your stomach. Exhale, tuck your tailbone, pull your belly button up to your spine, push that mat away from you. Inhale, coming back to your neutral spine. Good. So we're going to plant all of our weight into our right hand. So inhale, reach up tall with your left hand, reach for the ceiling. Exhale, thread underneath your right arm. We're going to stay up off of our mats for this first one. So really reaching to the opposite side, to your right side. Inhale, coming up tall, reach up for the ceiling. Exhale, thread, stay up off of the shoulder. Look over to the left or to your right. Inhale, last one, coming back up. Exhale, this time come onto your shoulder. I'm gonna switch sides so you can see me. So you're reaching out. You can stay here, warming up your shoulders, or you can take your right hand, wrap it around your low back, reach for the top of your left thigh. If you want to take it a little bit further, you can step your right foot out straight to the side, keeping your foot flat on the ground. From here, you're going to open your chest, spin your right shoulder back. You'll start to feel a little bit more stretch through the front of your arm. Good, and when you want to come back, bring your foot in first. Unwrap your right arm. Inhale, come all the way up, reach your left arm up to the ceiling. Exhale, coming back to your neutral tabletop. Good. So now, our other side. Inhale, reach your right arm up to the ceiling. Like you're trying to grab something off of the ceiling, reach. Exhale, thread underneath, stay at a hover with your right shoulder. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, thread. Good, one more. Engage your core as you twist. Exhale, reach. Once again, now the right side of your cheek presses down into your mat. Stay here if this works for you. Just starting to work and make space through your right shoulder. Or if you want to take it up, take your left hand, wrap it around your low back, reach for the top of your right thigh. Open your shoulder, option, just take your left foot out to the side, pressing your pinky toe wedge down to your mat. Just adds in a little bit of an inner thigh stretch. Everyone, wherever you are, just try to open your left shoulder back, creating your space now on your left, the left side. Good. Once you want to come back in, bring your left foot in first. Unwrap your left arm, press down to the mat. Inhale, reach your right arm up to the ceiling. Exhale, coming back down. Just trying to create a little bit of movement here to help work out some of the stiffness that you might feel today. If you're like me, I've been sitting on the couch so much, so my low back is really tight, my hamstrings, my hip flexors. So in this moment, just do whatever feels good to start warming up your body. So you can come forward to a cobra pose, maybe push back child's pose. Good, and you can continue to do that if that feels good. Or you can start to make circles with your body, wiggle your hips back and forth. When you're ready, come back to that neutral tabletop. You're gonna tuck your toes, send your hips up high for your first downward facing dog. So since this is your first one, just go ahead and pedal it out. So bringing one heel down at a time, pulling your chest towards your thighs, reaching your tailbone up to the ceiling. Good, and maybe you dip one shoulder at a time. So lowering one shoulder, then the other, and bending the opposite knee. Making sure that you're gripping your mat with all of your fingers, so all your weight's not pouring down into your wrists. Think about the fingertips becoming white because you're pressing down into your fingers. What that's gonna do is help relieve some of all the weight that you're putting onto your wrists, and your wrists won't tire out as quickly. It will also prevent injury. Just making sure that we use our fingers. So from here, we're gonna step out about a little bit wider than hip distance. You're gonna walk your hand about one handprint back. So your heels might get a little bit closer down to your mat. You're gonna take your right arm, reach for your left leg. So a couple different possibilities. You can reach for maybe your thigh, your calf, maybe you can reach all the way down to your ankle. And try to drive your right shoulder underneath. So you want to try to look under your left armpit. Feel the back of your legs begin to open. Good, one more big breath in. Exhale, move your right hand back to the mat. This time, take your left hand, reach for wherever you feel comfortable on your right leg. Just try to avoid your knee. So as far down as you can go. Then pull and bring your left shoulder underneath. Gaze will follow underneath your right arm. Good, one more big breath in. Exhale, coming back to downward facing dog. We're gonna walk our hands back towards our feet. Once again, we're a little bit wider than hip distance. So this is gonna be our variation of ragdoll. So you can sway side to side, let your head hang loose. So shake your head yes, shake your head no. Move around in circles. You can grab opposite elbows. Just sway. Let loose anything that you're holding on to. Then take your hands behind your low back, interlace your fingers, reach your hands up to the ceiling. You can stay there or start to drop your hands towards the front of your mat. And from here, release your hands. Walk back out to a plank pose. So bring your feet now in hip distance apart. Shoulders right over your wrists, hips down. Not so down that it hurts your low back. Right up, so your tummies are nice and firm. Try to getting your heels right over your toes. And from here, we're gonna slowly, as slow as you can go, move down to your mat. Keeping your elbows nice and tucked into your sides, coming all the way down. Releasing your toes, inhale for low cobra, lifting from your low back. So little to no weight in your hands. Necks are nice and long, so we're not cranking our necks like this. Keep them nice and long, lift up a little higher. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, let go. One more time, inhale, lead with your heart. Exhale, let go. Tuck your toes. We're gonna shoot up to plank, but option, so if you've got that, go ahead and go there. Option also is to come to your knees first. Tuck your toes, send yourself up to plank. From here, breathe in. Exhale, lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Lead with your chest. Exhale, curl over those toes, downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. Look forward and you're gonna tiptoe all the way to the tops of your mats, coming into standing forward fold. Place your hands down on your mat, inhale, lift halfway for a flat back. Hands can stay on your mat or come to your shins. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we're gonna come up with nice strong back. So reverse swan dive all the way up. When you come up to the top, interlace your fingers, point your fingers, stay up to the ceiling. Take a big breath in and reach for the ceiling. Exhale, lean over to the left side. Maybe your gaze follows underneath your left arm, your right arm. Inhale, come to center. Exhale to the opposite side. Trying to make sure that your shoulders stay stacked, your hips stay square. Gaze follows underneath your arm. Inhale, coming up to center. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, hands to your mat. Step or jump back. Lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take in a breath. Exhale. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Step or float to the top of your mats. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse, reach, extend in mountain pose. This time if you want to add in a back bend, feel free to do so. Exhale, chair pose. Utkatasana. Sink low, lift your chest, move your gaze, follows your thumbs. Bring your bellies back, suck them in. Breathe in and exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, hands to your mat, step or jump back. Flow through your vinyasa. High to low, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Bring your big toes to touch if they're not there. Then inhale, reach your right leg up. Good, exhale, bring your knee to nose. Hold here. Then you're gonna tap the mat with your knee. Inhale, lift up. Tap the mat with your knee. Inhale up. One more, tap the mat. Inhale up. Step down with your right foot. Your heel will pivot down to your mat. Rise up, warrior one. Hips are squared to the front of your mat. So think about actively bringing your left hip back, or your left hip forward, your right hip back. Sink down. Take in the breath. Then lower down. Hands to your mat. Step back. Option to float your right leg. Take a vinyasa, but always know that these are completely optional. If you want to come back to downward facing dog and skip it, feel free. Inhale, reach your left leg back. Exhale, knee to nose. Tap the mat, bring it back up. Two more. One tap, back up. Tap the mat, back to your chest, step it down in between your hands. Lower your back heel, rise up, warrior one. Right hip forward, left hip back. Good, think about gripping the mat with your feet and then bringing it together. So activating different muscles with your legs while you do that. Grow tall through your upper body. Sink low into the low body. Hands to your mat. Step back. Flow through your vinyasa. As you exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in, then let it go. Look forward on your inhale, bend your knees, step or float to the top. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, sink low, tailbones down, maybe toes up. Hug your inner thighs together as if you're squeezing the block. Sink down a little bit more and open your chest even higher. Good, take in the breath. Exhale, hands to heart center. That was our variation of Sun Salvi today. Just getting our bodies nice and warm and ready to flow. So here we go. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold, vinyasa, or step straight into downward facing dog. We'll wait here for those who wanted to do a vinyasa. All right, inhale, reach your right leg up, toes down. Exhale, step forward in between your hands. Lower your back heel, warrior one. We've been here before. Now take your hands behind your low back, interlace your fingers. Draw your hands down your back. Lift your chest on an inhale. Exhale, fold forward for humble warrior. So leading with your chest, think about trying to keep your palms together to touch. Then drop your hands forward, starting to make space through your chest, finding some opening through your heart. So we're leaning out in front of your leg. We're not resting on our thighs. Lean forward. From here, we're coming straight into crescent lunge. So we're lifting up. Good, use your core to really help lift you and stabilize. We're up on your back toes. Keep a slight bend in your knee if you need to start opening your hip flexors. Sink down even lower. From here, we're gonna move all the way to our right foot, coming to eagle's pose. So your back toes drop, your left leg wraps around your right. Left arm can come underneath your right arm, palms to touch. If you have really tight shoulders, you're gonna stack your elbows and try to grab opposite shoulders. Okay, so that's eagle. You can wrap or kickstand your foot, or wrap your foot all the way around your right leg. Sink nice and low as if you're in chair pose. Now think about lifting your elbows up nice and high. Start to feel that space open in your upper back. From here, nice, slow and controlled. Take your left foot, step all the way back, warrior one with eagle arms. Now inhale, reach your hands back like a back bend. Exhale, coming forward like we just did humble warrior with eagle arms in front of your right leg. 2 more. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, folding forward. 1 more. Inhale, reach, lift. Exhale, coming out in front. From here, open up to warrior 2. So now your back foot is parallel with the back of your mat. We're gonna relax your shoulders on your back. Gaze is out on your front little finger. Nice soft gaze. Maybe even part your lips, your teeth. Just taking a deep breath, sink low. Making sure that your knee is right over your ankle. Sink a little bit lower. Breathe in. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to frame your foot. We're gonna step forward with your left foot. Your front leg will straighten. So this is gonna be your pyramid pose. So if you want, you can grab your hips, see where they are, and make sure they're square. You can also, if you have blocks or pillows, or maybe a small child at home, you can take something underneath your hands. I'm kidding. You can take blocks or something if that feels good, if you have really tight hamstrings. Take in a breath and reach your chest forward. Exhale, fold. If you'd like different hand variations for your pyramid pose, feel free to do that here. Breathe in. Exhale, fold over the leg, trying to get your forehead to your shin. When you're ready, moving forward, place your hands down, wiggle your left foot back, step back with your right foot, vinyasa. All right, so from here, inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, bring your left foot forward, lower your back heel, rise up, nice strong warrior. Sinking nice and low, and take your hands behind your low back, interlace, palms to touch, so maybe here's where you are, to keep your palms together, and then lower down. If that's just not working for you today, that's fine. You don't have to keep your palms together, but try. Reach your chest forward on your inhale, lift up. Then exhale, fold down in front of your left leg. Reaching your arms up and forward. Finding nice strength into your left leg. Hold here, use your core to keep you lifted. Nice and slowly release your hands, pivot the back heel up, crescent lunge. Once again, you can take a bend if you need to, or straighten for a little bit more, feel your back of your knee stretch. Sink a little lower. Then take all your weight to your left leg, drag your right toes if you need to, eagle pose. So this time your right leg is gonna come over your left. Right arm underneath your left arm. Kickstand, stay here. Or maybe challenge yourself a little bit, wrap the toes, start to sneak. Elbows right over your knees, remember to lift your elbows up. Remember the variation of grabbing your shoulders if you need to, if you have tight shoulders. Hold here. Hug your inner thighs together. Then nice and slowly, unwrap. Step your right foot all the way back. Nice lunge. Inhale, reverse, reaching back. Exhale, coming forward. 2 more. Inhale, reach back. Nice strong core to hold you up. Exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. From here, inhale, warrior 2. Bring your shoulders straight in, relax them down your back. We're gonna hold here for just a few breaths. A nice slow burn, which is good. Remember your knee over your left ankle, drawing your right hip back. Start to open through your pelvis. Start to find some opening through the front of your hips. Sink down just a little bit lower. Good. From here, cartwheel your hands down. Step forward with your right foot. 45-degree angle with your back foot. Try to straighten your front. Bring your right hip forward, left hip back, pyramid pose. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, fold. One more inhale. Exhale, let go. Walk your hands forward, walk your right foot back, step back with your left foot. Take a vinyasa, or don't, or maybe take 2 vinyasas, that's up to you. Back to downward facing dog. Good, come down to your knees for just a moment. Press back to child's pose. Resting your forehead down on the mat. Just taking this moment to ground yourself in your practice. Reminding yourself why you came to practice today. If your mind has started to wander to other things, just take a breath right now and bring yourself back. From here, we're gonna walk your hands out, coming to a puppy pose. So puppy pose, your hips are gonna be right over your knees. Your arms are gonna be out, almost like if you're in a child's pose. And you're reaching your chest down to the mat. Maybe you come to your forehead, maybe you're up a little bit. If you wanna go even further, you can take your pillows or a block, bring your hands up and reach your chest through. Just finding, once again, space through the front of our shoulders, or the top of our shoulders. Making sure your hips are over your knees. Taking a big breath. Exhale, sink even deeper into the pose. Good. Start to come up. Walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Maybe give yourself some shoulder rolls. So we're gonna go through that flow one more time. This time we're gonna pick up a little bit of speed maybe and then add in some extra things for those that want to. Remember that everything that I say is a suggestion. You don't have to do it. You can stay and hold the pose or come out, do whatever you want. So here we go. Make your way back to your downward facing dog. And then inhale, right leg will come up. Exhale, move forward. Step in between your hands. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, hands down behind your low back. Inhale, pump your chest forward. Exhale, fold. Good, so here's where you can add on if you want to. Stay here in this position. If you don't, if you want to do a quick bird of paradise, right arm will come in front of your right leg, left arm behind your low back. Nice, easy step forward with your left leg. And then start to lift up. Right leg will come up. You want to extend, engage your right quad. Bird of paradise. Coming back down. Everyone meets into humble warrior. Then inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, eagle pose. Left leg around your right. Left arm underneath. Remember to grab shoulders if you need to. Then coming out of this nice and slowly, almost like you're hitting a warrior three. Step back. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, fold. One more. Inhale, nice and strong. Exhale, coming forward. Inhale, open up to warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel your hands, step forward. Reach with your inhale, chest forward, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Exhale, feel your hamstrings open. Then from here, step back with your right, left will come to meet. Vinyasa. All right, left side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, hands behind your low back. Reach with your inhale. Exhale, fold. Here's where you want to take bird of paradise if you want to. Your left arm, I'll show you this way. Left arm will come in front, right arm around your low back. Right foot will step up. Start to lift. Good, you can stay here. Or engage your left quad to start opening. Coming back down, everyone meets humble warrior. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, eagle pose. On your left, so right arm comes underneath. Lift up. Step all the way back, nice and slow. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Good, open up. Warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel your hands. Inhale, reach with your chest. Lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold. Good, step back. Vinyasa. Good, taking 3 long breaths here. Inhale, exhale. One more inhale and exhale. One on your own. Good. So from here, lower to your knees, sit back. So today we've been working on trying to create space, open up. So now this next part of practice is going to be strengthening our shoulders. So helping with our posture, nice strong shoulders. So what we're gonna play around with is dolphin pose. So dolphin pose is gonna be like your downward facing dog, except you're gonna be on your forearms. So there's gonna be a few different variations that we're gonna do to help strengthen our shoulders. So I'm gonna show you different variations of what we're gonna do, and then we're gonna do it 3 times, hold for 5 breaths. So, the first option that you have is dolphin pose. Dolphin pose, we want our arms parallel with each other, just inside shoulder width apart. So hands nice and flat down on the mat, gripping your mat with your fingers, tucking your toes and lifting your hips up. Dolphin pose, walking your toes in as close as they'll come, reaching your chest through your shoulders and lifting out of your shoulders. So instead of here, we're here. So this is option 1, just holding for 5 breaths. Option 2 is what we call dolphin push-ups. So dolphin push-ups, you're gonna bring your chin to your thumbs, push back up. Bring your chin to your thumbs, push back up. It's gonna create much more heat than the first option. Your third option is to play around with inversions. So you're gonna walk your toes as close as they'll come to your face, lift one leg up at a time, and then you can lift the other. Just playing around with distributing weight. If you're good with that, start to lift one leg and create some air. So you can start to make some space. And if you want to go for forearm stand, feel free to go there if that's going to be in your practice. Okay? So you have those 3 options. We're going to do 3 rounds, holding for 5 breaths. Feel free to interchange all of those. I'm going to interchange them so you guys know what one you want to do. Go ahead and set up. So palms down, elbows together, making sure that your elbows don't splay out like that. Bring them in. It helps also if you have a strap to wrap it around your arms to help keep your elbows in. So here we all go. Lift your hips high. 5 breaths here, doing whatever you want to do. Remember to really engage and push out of your shoulders. Push your elbows down into your mat. Take some breaths. Don't forget to breathe here. Come down to your knees. Push back, child's pose. You can leave your arms out in front of you, or it feels a little bit better sometimes to bring your hands down to your feet. Just takes a little bit more pressure off of your shoulders. Taking some deep breaths. Second round. Bring your hands back out. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips high. Maybe try something different this time. Good. 5 breaths. So I'm gonna do dolphin push-ups this time. 2. 1 more breath. Come down to the knees. 2 breaths, child's pose. Last one. Here we go. Palms down, elbows in, hips up. Time to play around with this pose if you want to. Do some switch kicks. Some push-ups. You got it. Only 2 more breaths. Last one. Good. Come down to your knees. Child's pose. Hands by your feet if it feels good. Rock your head side to side. When you're ready, start to sit up nice and tall. We're going to swing your legs out in front of you. Crisscross. Okay, so that was fun. Got to play with a little bit of being inverted. So to end class and start to cool down our bodies, we're gonna start with Gomukhasana, which is called cow facing pose. This is gonna be working our hips and our shoulders. So if you do have a towel and you wanna grab it, we can use that for this pose. We're gonna have our hands behind our heads like this. So if you have a towel or a strap at home, go ahead and grab that so you can help yourself go deeper into this pose. Okay, so we're gonna start by different options for your legs. So your legs can be in crisscross. They can be in a lotus pose, or this isn't lotus, this is knee, top of your ankle, or you can be in a half lotus pose. Or if you have really open hips, we're gonna stack your knees on top. So the more that you get your ankles forward, the deeper into that pose you're gonna go. So whatever leg that you have on top, bring that arm up. You're gonna take your other arm and help your elbow down, find some space, lift your chest. So we don't wanna find ourselves like this, really start to open, lift up. You can stay here, or take your opposite arm, reach it underneath your back, and try to get your fingers to touch. So, from here. This is where that towel will come in to help if you need it. So lift your chest forward, then start to fold forward. If you ever start to feel a burning sensation, start to back off of that pose. Yoga is supposed to help you stretch, but it's not supposed to hurt. It might be uncomfortable sometimes, but it's definitely not supposed to be a searing pain. So start to back off if that's what you feel in that moment. 1 more breath in and out. Inhale, lift up, release your arms, give yourself a shimmy if it feels good. And we're gonna switch sides. So remember your different options. Just make sure that you're the opposite one. Even if you're in crisscross, just switch it up. So whatever that is for you, and you'll start to notice probably that one side is a lot tighter than the other and that's perfectly normal. It's perfectly normal to have imbalances in the body. So we can just start to notice that within ourselves, and maybe use that knowledge to start helping that one part of your body out. So whatever leg's on top, that arm comes up, bend your elbow, help your elbow and walk your fingers down your back, all the time lifting your chest. When it feels good and you want to come a little bit further, take your other arm, wrap it around your back, interlace your fingers, lift your head nice and high. Breathe in, and as you exhale, start to lean forward, coming out in front of those legs. Maybe your chest comes all the way down. Once again, listen to your body. Obey what it needs and obey what it's telling you. You can always go further and you can always come back. Playing with that theme of as you exhale, just going a little bit deeper each time. Coming back up, inhale, sit up nice and tall. Release your hands, another shimmy if you want it. Good, unwrap your legs, and we're gonna roll down onto our backs. From here, just bring your legs in close. Hug them in tight. And release your heels down to the mat. Elbows or hands will come down to your sides. We're gonna do 3 bridges or wheel. You can interchange them. So go ahead and figure out whatever you want. Inhale, lift for bridge. So you'll lift up. If you want, walk your shoulders underneath, interlace your hands. Imagine there's a block between your inner thighs. Squeeze your block. Lift up from your glutes. If you want to come to your toes, feel free to do so. One more breath in. Exhale, let go. Good, one breath. Then inhale, lift back up, bridge or wheel. Wheel will be your full back bend. So only your hands and feet will touch and wheel. I'll do it the last time. Lift up as high as you can wherever you are, bridge your wheel. Lift your hips to the ceiling. And take your hips down, relax for just a moment. Prep for your last one. If you want to try wheel, your hands will come to your ears, fingers face into your body. Remember, feet in close. Everyone inhale, bridge or wheel pose. Trying to get shoulders over your wrists. Lift up. One more big breath in. Exhale, come down. Bring your knees into your chest. Bring your knees in circles, one way and then the other. Just try to massage your low backs. Finally, take your right knee into your body. Let your left leg extend out in front of you. Love your right knee, hug it in close. Take your right arm out to the side. Spinal twist. Drop your knee over to the left side. Look right. Keeping both shoulders down in your mat. Inhale, come to center. Switch your legs. Hug your left leg in close. Left arm will extend out to the side. Look over at your left fingertips. And drop your knee over to the right. Continue to breathe. Inhale, coming back to center. Just start to tick-tock your legs back and forth, setting your spines back to neutral. And then taking these moments to get anything else out of your system. So an inversion, happy babies, plow pose, whatever feels good so that you get a complete practice. There's nothing that you didn't do that you wish you would have. Good. 10 more seconds to find your movement. then when you're ready, coming down all the way to your mats for your final pose of the day. The last one that you've been working hard for, Shavasana. So palms up, lift your chest high, roll your shoulders down your back. Start to imagine that every part of your body is so heavy that even if you tried to lift the body part, you couldn't because it's so weighted down. And then relax everything within you, starting from your toes to your head. Give yourself a full body scan. Just release any tension that you're holding on to. With every breath now, start to feel a little bit lighter, almost as if you're floating in the space. Coming back to your breath. If your mind starts to wander, taking these last few precious moments just for yourself. Start to rock your head back and forth. And take a deep breath in and fill all the way up and pause when you get to the very top. Sip in just a little bit more air. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. One more like that. Inhale, fill up. Pause when you get to the top. Drink in just a little bit more. Open mouth, exhale. And when you're ready, roll over to whatever side feels good for you today. Taking these last few moments that you have just for yourself. Show yourself gratitude for allowing your body to move today and just being present. Then with a helping hand and keeping your eyes closed, start to sit back up into a seated position. Sit up nice and tall, hands to your knees. We're going to inhale, lift your hands up, reach head towards the ceiling. Hands come to touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let your thumbs press into your chest. Take one more breath. Thank you all so much for joining with me tonight. You guys are amazing, and it's truly my honor to be able to do this for you guys. The light within me loves and honors the light in all of you. Namaste. All right, thanks guys. My name is Brooke once again. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Please know that although this is free online streaming, that we are still taking donations as a studio. So the link that you came to get onto this live feed, just above it is a place to do donations if you feel like it. So that's going to help support our studio and all the teachers here during this time. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening, a wonderful rest of your week. Y'all stay safe out there. Bye.